Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Glad to see my roommate made it. Is there no Modern Warfare today? The server's down for like a half hour. That's convenient for all of us. How's it going, guys? Some new faces, some old faces, some faces I had hoped wouldn't make it tonight. Because some of these jokes are geared towards you. Don't take them personally. I wrote them all when I was half drunk this afternoon. And I wrote the rest when I was all drunk this evening. I live in a new house. My girlfriend and I got a house. It's pretty cool. It's in Kutztown. And the walls are blue, which I found out that meant if we lived in the olden times, we would have been rich because blue paint was expensive back in the day. It was hard to find pigment. But I also found out that if I had lived any time prior to World War I, I would have also been rich because only rich people could eat as much as we do and still look this absolutely sexy. Just like think of how much money you would have had to eat as much as I do. I eat 4.5 square meals a day, and only one of them consists of pussy. So I mean, that's pretty rich. That's good. I work at Cracker Barrel. Do you know how often I have to work at Cracker Barrel to afford pussy this day and age? It is a recession. Shit's not cheap. I'm assuming none of you are laughing because you read my article, which you probably came in here with a pretty sour disposition anyway. If you don't read my article, read it. And then, by all means, send letters to Jubilant Kunz and tell them how just miserable we all are as human beings. That's the best way to do it. Lent is now. It's happening. We're in it. We are surviving Lent as we speak. And I don't know if anyone knew this, but there's a lot of celebrities and also past celebrities who celebrated Lent because they lived, and Lent happens when you're on Earth. And so here's a few. This cord is not that long. I overestimate it. Bundle it up like I do my dick around my wrist. So this year, for Lent, Hugh Hefner gave up Viagra for Lent, which is interesting. It's the first year he's done that. But that also enabled all of his girlfriends to give up faking orgasms for 1 Lent, which is convenient. I read a history book. It was entitled History of Things to Tell Jokes About. And I found out that 1 year for Lent, John Wilkes Booth gave up acting, which was interesting. And that same year, Mary Todd Lincoln gave up spending extra for box seats. So that's worked out, proudly. This year actually it's a special Lent. There's a lot of people celebrating who never celebrated before, which is good. This year, Bobby Brown gave up anger management and sobriety, and Whitney Houston gave up trying. And then Whitney's daughter gave up hope. So. Did you guys ever wonder if maybe Hitler wasn't trying to commit genocide? He just took hide and seek very, very seriously. And he was like, listen up, motherfuckers. Stakes just got raised. I'm playing for keeps. The attic is no longer base. That's out the window. And you can no longer call Ollie Ollie Oxen fried. That's just awful. I don't want to turn to my right, because I know Shoshana's angry at me. You know I love you. It's, people think comedy's easy, and they're wrong. Because you don't know how many hours a day I spend trying to figure out how to put Hitler in every joke. Every joke has potential, but sometimes you just can't do it. I was at Forever 21 the other day against my will, and I was looking at some stuff. Yeah, me and the Stephs and our friend Jess, we went shopping, and I was combing them all for things to kill myself with. And I was in Forever 21, and I saw this girl talking to another female. I don't know if she was a girl or an old woman. They all look the same in Forever 21. It's all the same colors and patterns. And mid-conversation, the younger of the two put her headphones in, just did it. Just like, oh yeah, really? Oh, your mom has cancer, that's cool. And I just was like, what a cunt. Like, mid-conversation, I don't even know. I mean, I've put my headphones in mid-sex, but that's because I don't want to hear myself crying anymore. That's a whole different scenario, you know? A small dick. It's just, that's true. I think, you know how Alaska's a state? It is? Tim?
Yeah.
You're a teacher, right?
Yeah.
Alaska's a state.
Yes.
How many states are there?
Why are we doing this?
All right, there's somewhere between 49
I can't
and 52
spell.
states. I know you can't spell. I thought geography would be your thing. I think I wrote this for final. Wait, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
I just have to hold like this now for the rest of the night. Let everyone know that you have to hold it like this for the rest of the night. All right. Alaska's a state, which is fucked up. It's fucking ice, and then there's a bunch of people who eat whale blubber and or lather it on themselves to stay warm, and also they drink incessantly, and it's always dark. And I couldn't help but wonder one day, we're like a conquering nation, who the fuck did we fight to get Alaska? And then it dawned on me that Alaska's actually connected to Canada, and I thought, if we fought Canada to get Alaska, why didn't we just get Canada? Shouldn't they just gave that over? Like, oh, here you go. You got Alaska, that's all we had to offer. Everyone else has a funny accent, so you can have us. Hey, I'm sorry guys. I have cotton mouth. So I eat cotton. That's how white I am. I don't just make others pick it, I eat it. And then I shit it out, and I spread it on the field to fertilize all the other cotton plants. And then I make other people pick it. Like I said, it's a recession. I'm trying to stimulate the economy. And the clitoris, if I can find it. I want to make a remake of the movie Roots. But I'm going to do it with white people. Well, it's actually not a remake, it's kind of a sequel. And it's going to take place during the 1938 labor strikes. You know, there was like strikes against all the bullshit because everyone was working and they didn't want to work and it's so hard and we got a bunch of pigs and we don't get paid for it and so miserable. But with this new Roots 2, back in Black is what we're going to call it. I just made that up. Roots 2 is I feel like the penultimate scene is gonna be like, the guy's like getting whipped, and everyone's like picketing, and they're like, get back to work, crackers. And there's some big black dude like whipping all these white people, and there's one guy who's like, yo dude, just call me Steve, like I don't give a fuck, I'm just trying to work, like fucking breaking the picket line. And then that guy would run for president, get stuck in a bathtub. And that'll give me and my kids hope for the future. I don't care what people say, the Bible is a good book. Like, regardless of your faith, that's a good book. Every chapter, chock full of events, happenings, crazy shit. The very end of the Bible, absolutely fucked up. Some wild things happen. Just think about what we know about the Middle East currently. If any guy walked up and he saw a bunch of other Middle Eastern guys throwing rocks at like a whore, and he walked up and he was like, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. All the other guys would be like, what the fuck did you just say to us? Do you want to fuck you, Kamal? Like, fuck off, get out of here. But Jesus walked up and was like, fucking throw rocks at me, like, what's up, bitch? I'm about to die for your sins, motherfuckers. Like, that's on these nuts. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys, I think, tonight.